have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature.
You wouldn't accept it. Nike finally broke their silence about Caitlin Clark, but not before miles ahead congratulated her on her Rookie of the Year success. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark, the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. L shirt for Caitlin Clark's Raw Awards sold out in 50 minutes. This is all that Nike gave Caitlin for her historic first WNBA season, a t-shirt. No mention of her own shoes was made, while A.A. Wilson received promotions and served as the center of Nike's WNBA campaign.
You miss an opportunity like that. How do you not capitalize? It doesn't make any sense at all. And playing the politics where, oh, we need to release Asia's shoe first. Well, no, it's not Caitlin's fault that you haven't done anything for Asia.
Therefore, despite being a subpar shirt featuring Caitlin's records, it sold out. That shirt would have only taken 5 minutes to make in 50 minutes, but it sold out faster than A.A. Wilson has ever done for Nike.
Let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them.
How is it possible for Nike to create such a basic jersey following a fantastic season? By now, Caitlin would have received her own sneaker, and it would have been sold out everywhere if she had been working for Adidas. How many high-quality products has Nike released after signing Caitlin Clark, and how many more have there been since then? Caitlin Clark, the young basketball prodigy who has taken the game by storm, is one of the most divisive athletes. Despite her unparalleled success on the court, the Iowa Phenom has broken records, been compared to the game's legends, and emerged as the face of women's basketball even in her freshman season. With Nike and the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has a complex and occasionally annoying relationship. Strangely, Nike, a major participant in the global sports industry known for supporting top athletes, has minimized Clark's accomplishments in favor of highlighting other athletes.
It's going to help it change for the better. All of a sudden, we going to see Angel Wilson. She may get some more shine because she's that girl. Diana Taurasi going to get more shine because we know what she brings to the table. Ionescu, she's going to get more shine. Others, black, white, everything in between. It's about the ladies, now more so than ever.
Nonetheless, one company has been more than happy to accept her. Adidas Billie Jean King, an Adidas ambassador and sports legend, recently commended Caitlin Clark for her outstanding season and her victory as the WNBA Rookie of the Year. Even Nike Clark, her official sponsor, had not yet fully acknowledged King's accomplishments when she received her endorsement. Although Nike has come under fire for seemingly not fully supporting Clark despite continuing to support other WNBA players, most notably A.A., this appreciation was more than just another compliment. It highlighted how important Clark's influence is. Without a doubt, Wilson is a fantastic player, but here's the really amazing part. Despite her immense popularity, Caitlin Clark outsells almost every other player in the league. Adidas appears to have identified her effect much earlier than Nike, associating themselves with a player who many believe is the future of women's basketball. Nike has been hesitant to acknowledge her excellence.
Team, she's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie, targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. She said, no, they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10.
Billie Jean King, who has long advocated for equality in athletics, was unreserved in his praise of Caitlin. It wasn't just the Rookie of the Year award or the innumerable honors that Clark received. For King, it was about the unadulterated passion and love for the game that Clark exhibits each and every time she takes the court. King praised Clark's commitment, her record-breaking performances, and the indisputable impact she has had on the game. Clark's debut of the year victory was not only a testament to her skill, but also a moment of validation because during her debut season, she not only had to contend with fierce competition on the court, but also unanticipated neglect and backlash. Despite her spectacular climb, Nike is her own sponsor. As a Nike athlete, Clark has had to cope with the annoyance of being passed over by the company that ought to be enhancing her success. Given her marketability and popularity, Clark ought to have been at the forefront of their marketing initiatives, but Nike has mostly concentrated on promoting other athletes in spite of her evident influence.
Caitlin Clark currently the face of the WNBA. Yes. Do I think if Asia Wilson dropped a shoe and Caitlin Clark dropped a shoe today at the very same time, that Caitlin Clark would outsell Asia's shoe by 100 times? Yes, I think that would be the...
Nike has prioritized A.A. Wilson, another exceptional talent. Wilson is unquestionably a fantastic talent. She has won multiple MVP awards, is a WNBA champion, and dominates the league. However, there is no doubting that Caitlin Clark has become the new face of women's basketball in terms of both her on-court performance and her ability to engage with fans. The fact is that Clark outsells Wilson in almost every play in the league. Her jerseys sell out and her games attract large crowds. Why does Nike still give Clark priority over Wilson when it is obvious that Clark is the greater draw?
The hottest selling jerseys in sports, y'all, according to Fanatics, led by the one and only Michael Rubin. Clark's Indiana Fever jersey is apparently sold out in all sizes. It was rumored that she actually outsold Dallas Cowboy jerseys.
Despite Wilson's well-earned praise, both fans and commentators have been asking this question. Fans have noticed that her good sales and general marketability are inferior to Clark's, and this has turned into a topic of dispute. Clark's appeal is not limited to she has drawn interest from casual basketball fans in addition to basketball purists. Young girls who aspire to play like her, as well as those who had not previously given women's sports much thought. Her skill is incredible, and she has the ability to greatly advance the WNBA.
Realize the Indiana Fever, this is the second year in a row they had the #1 pick. So do y'all know what that means? That means they're not that.
Clark's first season has gone down in history. She not only gave an excellent performance, but she also controlled the game. What made her stand out from other rookies was her ability to shoot from wherever on the court, pass the ball precisely, and lead her team with the ferocity of an experienced veteran. Her performances were about more than simply individual brilliance. They brought the WNBA much-needed attention and excitement. She is the kind of player the league sorely needs to attract fans and expand its audience.
There's a Caitlin Clark effect on all of basketball, and especially on women's basketball ratings. Kudos to her. She has elevated an entire sport in viewership.
However, strangely, the WNBA has been hesitant to completely accept her as the spokesperson for the Athletics, despite the fact that Clark's Rookie of the Year victory was leaked more than a week ago. The league only recently made the announcement. Oh, and she didn't even win it unanimously. This delay has caused fans and the media to wonder why the WNBA isn't taking advantage of Clark's rising fame. For some, it feels like resistance, a reluctance to fully acknowledge that the league's future is now tied to a 22-year-old from Iowa.
Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million.
Clark is poised to lead the WNBA to new heights with her enormous talent, marketability, and fan base, but it's difficult to understand why the league and Nike seem reluctant to fully support her. For the time being, the SB spotlight is shining brightly on Clark, but it's unclear if the organizations that are supposed to help her will eventually recognize her potential. Although Caitlin Clark has long been the target of criticism, many fans are baffled by the fact that it is now coming from Nike, one of the largest brands in sportswear, despite her undeniable success on the court and marketability off it. Although Clark has consistently received criticism and, to be honest, hate, this case appears to go beyond the usual scrutiny that comes with fame. It feels more personal and isn't just about her performance.
Somebody coming along and elevating the sports shine ultimately benefits you. Go out there, compete with her, try to bust her up if you want to, and all of that stuff. Just don't hate on the acclaim that she's getting.
Bias, jealousy, and possibly apprehension that this youthful celebrity is changing women. Clark is undoubtedly a trailblazer, but Nike, a company that prides itself on promoting greatness, has chosen to downplay her success while focusing on athletes who, quite frankly, aren't having the same level of impact on the court or in terms of marketability due to their reluctance to fully brace. This is because basketball and the league itself in ways that make some people uncomfortable as a player who has broken records and garnered massive attention in just her rookie season. Given Nike's long history of associating with game-changing personalities, whether it be basketball greats like Michael Jordan or tennis great Serena Williams, Clark seems particularly strange. Caitlin Clark is undoubtedly doing just that. She has broken rookie records, drawn comparisons to the greats, and brought in viewership numbers that the WNBA has desperately needed. But Nike has continued to promote other players like A.A. Wilson while downplaying Clark's meteoric rise.
Somebody that's come along, who, by the way, I'm going to go there, who happens to be white, and brought a level of attention and allure to the sport it had not received before. And what we were seeing from an abundance of folks appeared to be...
And Adidas comes into play at this point. At last, a company is taking the initiative to acknowledge Caitlin Clark's accomplishments. It's encouraging to see a company like Adidas recognize Clark's contributions to the sport, especially as Nike, for unknown reasons, continues to ignore her. Adidas, through its ambassadors like Billie Jean King, has publicly praised Clark for her undeniable talent and groundbreaking rookie season. However, Clark's relationship with Nike is complicated. She is bound by an 8-year, $28 million contract that now seems like a great deal for Nike given how much her market value has increased. Since Nike has been hesitant to promote her in a way that is appropriate for her status as a rising superstar, her fans are frustrated and wonder why the company is holding back. Consider the fact that there were no references to Caitlin prior to yesterday. The decline in attendance and viewership following her elimination from the playoffs is one of the most revealing signs of Caitlin Clark's impact. The WNBA appears hesitant to fully embrace Caitlin Clark as their new star, despite the fact that the numbers show that fans tune in to watch her. This has left many fans perplexed and frustrated, whether it's because of internal politics, long-standing biases, or a refusal to accept a new face of the league.
Don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face. And there is still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that, because I don't know what else it could be. I thought it was going to get better this season, but it hasn't. There are still people who seemingly, to me, feel like they just don't want Caitlin to be a part.
Clark is a cultural phenomenon whose influence extends beyond her play. And whether the WNBA wants to acknowledge it or not, she is the league's face. She has drawn in new fans and revitalized the fan base, but it's becoming more and more obvious that the WNBA and possibly even Nike don't want to acknowledge her as the superstar that she unquestionably is. Because Clark is changing the game in ways the league didn't expect, there may be reluctance around her. Caitlin Clark defies the conventional expectations of what many people thought a WNBA superstar should be. Instead, she plays with a flair that is both disruptive and magnetic, upending the existing quo. Perhaps the league wasn't ready for a single rookie to garner such a high level of attention.
You guys were right. That's what we're saying. You
No,
were right.
Molly, you did not say that, Molly. No,
I'm saying
no,
it.
That is
no.
what you said.
You
That
did
is
not.
what you
That's
said.
not what you said, Molly.
What are you guys
That is not.
For now, after a year full of personal victories, competitive challenges, and the weight of controversy, Caitlin Clark is taking a well-earned break from the demanding WNBA season. However, as she gets ready for what lies ahead, it is unclear what the landscape will look like when she returns and whether the WNBA will finally recognize her as the star she is. Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Caitlin Clark isn't going anywhere. Her impact on the league, her ability to attract fans, and her indisputable skill on the court make her a force that cannot be ignored, whether the WNBA and Nike are willing to acknowledge it or not. Adidas is more than pleased to step in and acknowledge Caitlin Clark's magnificence as the future of women's basketball. Whether Nike likes it or not, Caitlin Clark is one of the greatest athletes the sport has ever produced. Brands thrive on connecting themselves with winners. Caitlin Clark's time has come, even though her fans may be slow to accept it. The increasing viewership and merchandise sales all indicate that she is a superstar, and it's time for everyone to treat her as such. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. More videos are now available.